Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome to a brand new series on modded Minecraft 1.94. We've had our take on the newer Minecraft with the Avant Modpack here a couple months back. That unfortunately had to end sooner than I expected because of all the problems we had with the server and so on. And then I put together a simple 1.90 pack that me and a few Patreons and other friends played together. And this, about a week ago, all of a sudden, a lot of mods were ported over to 1.94, and also a lot of the bigger ones came back that we were missing since 1.89. And so I decided I'm gonna make a new mod pack. And this is Avant 2, or 1.94, like I mentioned. And I am playing here on a server, which is not public, guys. I want to get this out right away. It's only for a lot of the core FTOG members and also the Patreons. So there's quite a few people on here, but we decided not to make it public because we don't want to run into the problems again. Then we had an Avant that we had to finish early because I would really like to, showcase a lot of the mods that are new or have changed since 1.710 and so on. And it's also not going to be a typical Let's Play series, guys. I decided I'm going to focus more on mod spotlights instead of showing you everything else in between. So, because I have my Infinity, my Bevo Tech Pack, and also my Vanilla series, those are all real Let's Play series, right? Where we build and we progress together and all these things. And in this one, I decided I don't want to spend the time on that. I rather focus on showcasing a lot of the mods, like I mentioned. And so I've been on here for about a week. Built a little house, and to get us started, I got a few horses, animals, just the typical stuff. Nothing special. On the inside, you guys see we have Tinker's Construct, the smeltery, which I actually added in 1.3. We started, of course, with 1.0, and I updated 4 times over the last week. And I have one really cool, exciting news. One of the mods that we play with, it's called Actually Additions. The mod maker is, his name is Elpack. And he was talking to me here last week, and he's like, hey, I like watching your series, and that's how I find you, because you were having the Avant mod pack and so on. And then I told him about Avant 2. And he's like, hey, can I play there with you guys? Because it's much easier to troubleshoot and so on if he's on an actual server. So he's actually my neighbor right over here. Wild Rascal, who's online, is right there. Shack 2 is over here. Glitchko is up there. You guys can see the beginning of his house. Right. Whoa, what happened? Right there. And also Grey Wolf is on here and a few other people. But anyways, this is Shack right there. I just did the basics here, mining and all the things, and because we did not have Tinkers, like I mentioned, we didn't have forestry and so on, I started with Botania right away, just so I have the basic Botania tools and so on, and it kept me afloat, okay? This is all the basic stuff that you guys seen 100 times before, and nothing really changed in Botania from 1.710 to 1.94, so at least nothing I have found it. Maybe there is one or other flower that is there. And I also wanted to mention that we have a mod in this pack that I put in since the beginning because I expected that we're going to get mods in Avant 2 that are going to add new ores, okay? And I didn't want to have to retro-gen the overworld. That's very taxing on the server and so on, and things can also go wrong. So we said that we want to have a mining age, and I just added that today with a mod called Simple Dimensions. Okay, when you type in Simple Dimensions, create, it opens this GUI right here. And we can just call this something here. Super Mining World. Okay, and then you have a few dimension options here. Generate struct, just like if you make a single player game. Okay, and it's very simple to use. And then we just say create dimension. Now, because this is the third one I created, this is today the second time I'm recording all these guys. I go to that in a second. So our default dimension is 30,000. That's this one. And then the first recording today, I created one to show you guys. it created 30,001, and now, of course, 30,002. Now, if you want to go to that dimension, okay, in your single player world, you can type TP D for dimension, and then 30,000, which would be yours, or in our case, 30,002. I'm not going to do that right now because I would have to go into creative mode, because what it does, it puts you in exactly these coordinates here, the ones I'm taking off from. And I know, well, in 30,002, I wouldn't know, but I might be in an extreme hills biome. So I would have a lot of rock above me and I would start suffocating. So make sure that you go into creative mode when you do that and break your way out. And then figure out a way how you can get back and forth there nicely, okay? In our case, what I set up is an RF Tools transmitter with an endless power source underneath it that everybody on the server uses. We also have a teleporter over here to the people that are further away, like Glitch, so they can come here and go to the mining age. So let's say we add Mechanism 9 when it comes out for 194, where we're going to need osmium and so on. I can simply delete this mining dimension out of the world folder and create a new one and place a new receiver in that mining dimension. And then we have all the new ore generations. So that is, in case you guys are wondering how come you already have RF tools, this is creatively added for admin purposes. And also, we want to make use of the server for a lot of testing, okay? We test a lot of mods. If they go well, if they're too buggy, we can simply remove them with only a few people online and so on. And actually, simple dimensions delete. 30,000, is it delete? Yes. I forgot to do that earlier. And now they're both deleted. Okay, so they're gone. The worlds are deleted completely. They don't take up any backup space and so on. So, let me show you inside real quick. I just got a smeltery. Tinkers, I might make an episode here in the near future about it. And I just have a bunch of storage chests over here with a little bit of metals. Lots of ore that still needs to be processed. Gems and, you know, all the other things. Blocks, foods, and plants, and everything that I collected over the times. But otherwise, I'm still in the Stone Age, besides the Botania stuff, right? So, the first mod I want to introduce to you is actually Additions. It's a mod that everybody that I play with has used a lot, and you guys have probably seen us use a lot. The Double Crusher, and also the Double Furnace. But I really wanted to go deeper into this mod, because, you know, it's 2 pages of things. What is all that? And you guys see I have lots of stuff ready because I already built everything on camera today, like I said. The problem was that my audio, when I was editing, sounded metallic. I couldn't fix it. It sounded really, really bad. So I said, you know what? Instead of dubbing over it, I'm just going to record it one more time because now I know how to set everything up. And I don't like dubbing, guys. It's weird. But anyway, let me get started here with these tools right here. Okay, these AIoT, it means all-in-one tools. These right here, I definitely recommend you guys make in the beginning. It takes 5 stone tools to make this thing. And it has 4 times the durability of a regular tool. So it pretty much doesn't give you the durability for the whole. Okay, but it's still nice because it's only 1 slot on your hotbar. And it does everything. Pick, axe, shovel, hoe, sword, everything in one. It's really, really cool to use this. And of course, you can go to higher ones here. You see 1200 durability. This would be a lapis 1200, diamondite 6400. That's like diamond tools and the likes. And I don't know actually if they're enchantable. I don't know how the enchanting table would know that, but that is something I would have to try. But anyways, no need for me to make those anymore because I have Mana Steel. But I just wanted to show you guys these in case you're starting out in the pack. Make yourself the Stone AIoT. It's really handy. Now, as soon as you make anything in actually Additions, you get this book here automatically. Actually Additions Manual. And that is a really great manual, guys. It shows you everything. Can I delete this here, by the way? Shift click to remove, yes. It's very well written. You can find pretty much all the information you need to. I find myself keep going back often to find out about a block or something because I forgot. So for example, let's see here. Let's go to the blocks that not that use RF. We want that generate RF. Like one of the first ones we're going to use. Oh, it's not in here. I think that's under getting started. Yeah, the coal generator. You can read up how to make it and so on. And it shows you also it makes 30 RF a tick, right? Right here is, you see, you're going to get an achievement if you make this. When you click on this one, it opens the website in your browser. And you can bookmark things right here. So if I click on this, now it bookmarked me the coal generator right here. So if I want to get back to it quickly, you just click on it and it opens the page. You can also take this book together with a plank, like that, and make yourself a wall mount manual, which I think is really cool. So I'm actually going to leave this here for now. We don't need it. Right there. And the only bad thing is that by default it's like this. So every time you go in here, it forgets the page you're on. But let's say I'm working on something like the coal generator. Getting started, coal generator. I can click here on set page. And I'll walk away, I come back, I right click it, it remembers that page I was there. Unfortunately, there's no bookmarks, but it's still, it's a very, very cool thing to have. Anyways. So, and if you go all the way back and click on set page, it goes away. So, ooh, I gotta take a breath here. So the first thing you need in actually additions is these crystals. They're part of most of the crafting recipes. There's 6 different ones. We're gonna make 5 of them. The only one I'm not making is the emeretic crystal because I don't have enough emeralds to make that, okay? And in order to do this, you need to make yourself an atomic reconstructor, okay? And I need to have a redstone torch here real quick. The redstone torch is quite handy in this in this mod, actually additions, because you use it as a you change the redstone with it, okay? So let's place this down. And you guys see it has 300,000 RF already because, well, I had everything set and you saw it just shut already. Because it's set to redstone mode deactivation. So if I put a lever on here and flip it, it will stop doing this, okay? It doesn't destroy anything, by the way, so don't worry. But if I have a redstone torch and I right-click it, you see I changed it to pulse. Click it again, deactivation. I want to have this set to pulse, so it doesn't do anything until it gets a redstone signal. Which in our case, I'm going to use a button. Right there. So now if I click this, it fires the laser. Now what do we need this for? And that is for these blocks right here. An iron block, a coal block, a diamond block. You don't need to do all of them, by the way. Or you can do only redstone or only lapis or whatever you want. And just to demonstrate something, you can also put them deeper, okay? I haven't found the limit yet, guys. I'm sure there is some kind of a limit, but as long as the blocks are touching where the laser is going to hit, all 5 of these are going to get transformed at once. Now watch this. Bam. You saw that? And now we have the redstonia, the diamantine, inori, what's this called here? The palace, and the void crystal. And then you take these blocks, put it in your crafting grid, and then you get 9 of these crystals for each. And these are, like I said, the main blocks for a lot of the recipes. So for example, let's take a look at this oil generator that I already made. We need iron casings, and the worst example possible. Let's go in the item interface, maybe you. There we go. We need the restonia crystals, and then these coils, we need restonia crystals. So that is what you use these for, okay? Very simple. It takes 10,000 every time it shoots, and then something extra per block. Not very much power, okay? And then, of course, if you want to power this up, the first thing I recommend you guys making is a coal generator. They're very efficient. See, this still has power in it, but it generates 30 RF. And by the way, let me show you guys one more trick. If I go to recipe on the coal generator, and I page over in JEI, you actually get to the actual additions manual, and I can open the page right here, even though I don't have a book on me. How cool is that? It doesn't tell us how long the charcoal lasts, but it produces quite a lot, guys, and it stops using charcoal when it's full. So it is a very, very good early power generation. I can only recommend you guys make. So once you made all these crystals, you want to start having some fun, right? And that's what we're going to get into today. And that is the crusher and the double furnace. And I'm actually going to go outside and place them already where I want to have them. And you guys might wonder, why are you putting this all the way across from where you're where your chests are, right? Well, I'm gonna show you guys. Let me see. Do I have something I can crush? No. I'll get a piece of cobblestone real quick so I can demonstrate this. Because the crusher is... It's not super loud or something, but you know, when you use this for your ore processing, that's what I want to use this for. You guys can hear this, and I have my game sounds turned down quite a lot. Okay, so I don't want to have this next to me, and of course, we don't have any sound mufflers in this pack, nothing. You know what, I don't have room for you right now. So I'm just gonna, there we go, we have a little extra land. So that's why I want to have my ore processing outside here, right? But I don't want to run conduits or anything, and there is something really cool from Actually Additions, and that is the laser relay. And we're also going to make use of the item laser relay, and I'm going to show you guys what the advanced item laser relay also does. This is pretty much wireless, guys. That's what that is. So what I want to do is I'm going to set up my power right here. I'm going to put a coal generator and another one. And let's give these guys half a stack of coal for now, so they have something to feed on. And now comes the beauty of this. Make sure you make yourself a laser wrench. Very simple. An advanced coil and 2 of these crystals, right? And that's going to be our tool now that we're going to use. Actually, I'm going to put these 2 away that I have some room here. Okay, this laser wrench right here is what you use to connect these. Now, these laser arrays, I can place against this machine. I can place it on top of the machine, underneath it. It does not matter, guys. So I like to put mine upside down, so I see the red in front. I don't know, that's just the way I like it. You put it like this, you know, it's sideways. It's just a personal preference. It doesn't matter how you put it, as long as it is next to your coal generator or any other power input, like a Ender IO capacitor or something like that, okay? And now this is our starting point. I'm gonna put one of these relays up here. They can be 15 blocks apart. Okay, that's the maximum. But you can chain them as many times as you want. And it took me a little bit. I actually needed to ask LPEC how exactly that works, because in the manual it says that you lose 5% power per connection. And I thought connection means from here to there. So this would be one connection, but it's actually per source. So it loses 5% here, one time. That is it. For the rest, until... The only other time you would lose another 5% is if I had a capacitor here now to charge it and then come out from there, I would lose another 5% on this connection. So all we're going to lose is 5% of this power. So shift, right click with this laser wrench, the laser is stored, and now right click up here, and now these 2 are connected, and you guys see this particle trail. There's no way to turn them off. And I spoke with LPEC. I would prefer if I only see them when I have my wrench in the hand, but he likes it. They do look cool. I think they do look really cool. And that's the reason why I'm bringing it up here, why I'm not just shooting straight out to here, because I don't want this particle trail going through my house here. I go up and then over. So now I'm going to shift right click this again, so I don't need to come inside right away again. And we're going to come up here. And I'm going to place one here. And now right click again, and you guys are going to see the trail comes to here. And now check it out. I put another one. Oh, give me that block here real quick so I can place this down. Because like I said, I want them facing upwards. And now I can shift right click this from here to there. And guess what? These machines are now fully charged. And it would have been instantly, okay? I have not found a limit. As long as it would instantly drain the generator to fill these. Okay, I can't demonstrate it, but you just gotta take my word for it. The power transfer is insanely high. There might be a limitation, I don't know, 10,000 RF a tick or something like that, but I haven't found it yet with my little generator. So, now the machines are powered. Now, of course, we're gonna have to get the items in here. I don't want to run out here every time I want to process something, right? I just put it out here because it's loud. So let's start with the easy one first, the return. This is going to be my return, and this is going to be my input. I put it up there to show you guys the next part, and that is now the item laser relay. Oh, I forgot to put one more, apologize. And that is, of course, I want to have this guy powered also. I'm going to come from up there to here. And now I got power there also. You know, you can connect as many as you want, crisscross. This is now one big network of wireless RF power. I love it. Okay. Now these guys right here, the item relays are the same as these, but they don't transport power or RF. They transport items. That's it. So this is going to be my return. If something gets sent here and there's an inventory next to it, it will try to put it into that inventory automatically. Okay? But to input items into this item laser relay network, you need to use a item interface right there. Okay? So we're going to put that down here. And then into this one, I need to use something to pipe it into. So in our case, I'm going to use a hopper. So if I put items in here, hopper puts it into the item interface. And if there is something next to it, like this item laser relay, now it's part of the network. Okay? And here, I'm going to go straight up to here. Let's set them all up first. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I can go outside already. And we're going to go shift, no shift, shift. And I'm going to go outside. And again, because I don't want the laser to run directly downwards, I'm going to put this one up here and run it to here. So now the items are already routed to this one. And we put one on top of here. Shift right click and shift. Now it's connected. Now check it out. If I come inside, and again, I'm going to take, that's a little bit too much, just 2. And we put in 2 cobble. You guys already hear it. It went instantly over here. And it's in the crusher. Getting crushed. How cool is this? I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite things I've ever used, honestly. Alright, now, from here, if I send ore, now it's crushed. Now I gotta get it into over here, right? Now, how can I do that? There's 2 different ways. I could pump it out into another item interface and then with a relay back up to here. But there is another block called the phantom phase. And this one is also very neat. These are quite expensive. I gotta make one more for our setup here in a minute. Because they cost 4 ender pearls each. And you also need to make this phantom connector. Which you need in order to connect the phantom block to something else. And this one also costs 4 ender pearls. Okay, so you can't do this until you had a lot of run-ins with Enderman. And I actually recently also started an Enderman soul shard. Because I'm gonna need a lot of these. Alright, so let's place this right there. Okay, what does that do? This is a clone of another inventory. See it like that, okay? And it's gonna make sense once I shift right click this crusher, block stored in this connector, shift right click this phantom block. Now you guys see the connected block is crusher. It is like the crusher is here, okay? It mimics the inventory of that. And guess what? Now I can take another hopper and simply go here. So if I would have kept one of the cobblestones, let's just do it. Let's get another one. Maybe I should take a few more this time, in case I need more. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this in manually right now. You guys see this gonna get crushed into sand. And then any second, boom, because it's inventory, it's sitting on top of this, and it's gonna get smelted. So it goes from here automatically to there. Now, this is a very short distance, okay? But I wanted to showcase this block because I think it's really cool. And the amount of applications is huge. How many times you can use that for something. Especially because there's not just this one. You guys also see I have a phantom liquid phase, which we'll need in a minute. There's also a redstone phase and an energy phase. I am gonna say you can probably connect this to like an Ender IO capacitor bank. And then pipe out of it. So it's like it is the capacitor bank, right? This would probably be my least used one because I would just use the laser relays. But the redstone, for example, is definitely gonna come in handy very soon. Alright, so now from here, we're gonna have to come out again, right? Let's see, how do I want to do this? I changed this up a little bit from the original setup. Here we go. I'm gonna use an item interface. Come from there. I want to go back. Okay, let's just put it here. I can always change my mind. And now the item will come straight into here. But of course, it's not connected yet. I'm going to need another item laser right there. And now, if I connect this back up, for example, to this one, it is something smelted that, well, right now we have actually glass in here. Glass cannot be crushed. So it's gonna go somewhere else. Yes. Okay, check this out. Now all I have to do is come over here and shift right click this guy to that. There's the glass. So let's try this again. Let's put in the 5 cobblestone here. That's the output chest. I'm a knucklehead. Let's put this right here. And you guys should hear it. The crusher is going. Once it's crushed, it's going to go into here. Now, yes, it can always just go into the crusher. Because I have the phantom phase here. So if I send something in like iron ore or something, it can never directly go to the smelter. It will always get crushed first. It cannot go back into here. I hope that makes sense. Now check it out. We should probably already have 2, or 5. So that is super fast. I'm loving this, guys. The applications of these relays is endless, and the same with the phantom phases. So, now that we have our ore processing automated, okay, let's actually put in a... Oh, did you guys just hear that gas sound? I don't want you to start flipping out. There is actually no gas in the overworld, okay? That is from a mod called Abyssalcraft. And whenever there's any antimatter or anti-mob, an anti-pig, cow, player, something like that nearby, you get a warning via that gas sound, okay? So you're gonna hear that a lot in this pack, but you'll get used to it quite soon. Let's just put in a stack of iron ore in here. And then later on we can see... Let me take the glass out. We should have 2 stacks of ingots plus a little bit of gold in here when it's done. I'd like to up my power a little bit, okay? That is why I made that oil generator right here. And the oil generator I'm going to place right on top of this. So it's also connected to the same laser relay. It still had charge from the earlier recording, but it's going to get drained soon. And it also has oil in it already. I can't drain it. I don't know how to do that. But it's no problem. We're going to see this. And you guys see that it just goes straight through here. It doesn't care, that relay, if there's anything blocking it. So, what I did over here is from, what is it? Progressive automation. I set up a stone planter. And it's making us canola. Okay? It plants it. And what's it missing right now? Power, of course. Let me break this, and you guys are gonna see. I already have a relay down there. So all I gotta do here, it's further than 16 blocks. Oh, luckily I have a few blocks on me. I just put it up higher, like that, so it looks pretty cool. Just like it looks in the book. That's how LPEC shows it in the book. And now we can route our power from there to there, and from here down to... Perfect. And I can close this up again. You guys see it's already harvesting. There we go. All the goods. Let's put this in here because I don't need it. Now, there's one thing I wanted to show you guys before we continue, and that is this compost. It's also from Actually Additions, of course. It's very simple to make, just a little bit of wood. And what's cool about it is you make yourself a knife. Let me get my... here we go. My crafting table on a stick. And make yourself one of these knives, actually, right there. And then you can put seeds around it. Okay, when you check the usage, there's a bunch. You can use all kinds of foods and seeds. You cannot use... like wheat or potatoes or carrots. You actually... Oh, actually, you can use potato. Why did it not let me use wheat? I think I saw bread earlier. So wheat must be the one exception I tried and it didn't work. Yeah, there's the bread. And it makes you 8 mashed food. Okay? And whenever you right-click the compost, it uses 10 of them. And you guys see this here. Now there's 10 mashed food, and in a few minutes, about a minute, we're going to get 10 fertilizer. And when you right-click plants, it is identical to bone meal. Okay, so if you don't have a skeleton farm like I do or something, you can make yourself bone meal this way. It is really, really cool, this block. I love it. So, but anyway, so we're getting canola. And I'd like the canola to be turned into canola oil and then into oil right over here. So, what you need is to set up a canola press. Again, it's full. Oh, man. I really wish that this is... No, please don't listen to me. I love it that it keeps the inventory. But for recording purposes, it would have been nice if it would have been empty, right? But anyway, so this also needs a little bit of power. So I'm going to put down a laser relay from here. And we run the power from right there. How easy this is. I love it. So this needs a little bit of power. And then, of course, we give it canola seeds. So how am I going to get the canola seeds in here? With a phantom face. Put the phantom face right there. And I'm going to connect that to my stone planter. That. Bam. There it is. And now all I got to do is put a hopper on here. And you see, it's filling the canola. So it's just like this planter is sitting right there. I hope I explained that well enough. And now this makes us canola oil. And the canola oil, we need to get into a fermenting barrel. If you place the fermenting barrel right next to it, it does it automatically. It just puts it over here. And then it's a slow process, and it makes you the regular oil. Okay? And now I want to get this oil into my oil generator. And that is where this liquid phase comes into play. It took me a minute to figure out, but of course, it says it in the book. All I had to do is read. When you set this directly on top here, nothing happens. Well, of course, I gotta connect it first anyways. So, shift right click here. Run over. Shift right click there. So now this is like the fermenting barrel is sitting on top here. But it does not get the oil. You guys see that? Because it needs a redstone signal. So we're gonna have to put a lever on here. Bam, flip it. And you see, it's full with oil. How cool is this? Now, look at the distance. I come from here, my ore processing, to over there. All my power. I got power going over here. I got items coming this way, items coming that way. And I didn't run a single pipe. Yeah, it costs a little bit of redstone and so on, but nothing fancy. I really, really enjoy this kind of item and power transportation. So now, I want to set up one more thing. Actually, is this done? Yes, it is. Check it out. And I got 10 fertilizer, and now I can just right-click this, and it's just like bone meal. I dig it. So, guys, I showed you the coolest... Oh, yes, the advanced item laser. I definitely want to show you guys this here first. It's just like the item laser. You hook it up to the same network. But, check this out. Let's take this one right here. Okay? Let's say this was part of my network. You can make an entire storage network. This is the advanced laser relay. The regular items, when I shift right click, nothing happens. You cannot, there's no GUI. But these right here, shift right click with an empty hand opens a GUI. And you can switch blacklist on both sides and whitelist. Okay? So when you set this to whitelist, for example, and I click the smart whitelist, check out what happens. It reads the attached inventory, everything that's in it, and sets the filters up for me. How cool is this? I'm really, really loving that. That is so cool, especially for an early game or even mid-game storage system. I could put one of these on each one of them and then make this like my main input chest. So I would have to put another item interface underneath, pump into that, and it would put it into all the chests for me. I really think that is super cool. For right now, I'm gonna keep doing it by hand because I don't have many materials. I mean, I do have some materials, but I don't have enough to make a bunch of these. Actually, I probably... No, the gold is what I would be short. I don't have much gold. So now let's check how much we got here. Well, we don't have the full 2 stacks of iron yet. It's probably still going over there. This is now after I was finished recording. I noticed I had one little boo-boo here. And that is when iron ore, something like that, iron or gold or anything ingots came out from here, and then it goes from this laser relay back to this one. It was a regular, the item relay. Sometimes it went back into the crusher, so I had like a loop going on, right? It crushed the ingot, it smelted the ingot, it crushed the ingot, it smelted it, and so on. So I replaced this item laser relay here with an advanced one, and then blacklisted now iron ingot, gold ingot, quartz, copper, and tin. And eventually if I need to, smelt lead or anything like that, I'm just gonna add this here. So the ingots are not allowed to go in here. Only, the ore, pretty much. And let's say I send cobble here, it will process it into sand, which it then smelts into glass. And glass cannot be smelted, crushed again. Okay, there's nothing for it. There's no recipe in the crusher for it, so that means it cannot go back. Sorry, excuse me. It cannot go back in. Oh, wow, I had no idea you can pulverize horse armor. That's pretty cool. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that, so I placed an advanced item laser relay here and blacklist, set this to blacklist, the ingots and that. So make sure you do the same thing so you don't get an endless loop. But that is it for today's episode, guys. I tried to show you the coolest part of actually additions that I found so far. I am not done with the mod yet. There's still a few things that I would like to look into. 2 blocks that I will not be using, I'm pretty sure, is the... where is it? Come on, right here, the leaf-eating generator. It's just another generator that eats leaf blocks, okay? So if I would put that right here, it would eat most of these leaves almost instantly. And for every leaf block, you get 300 RF. I did that in a testing world, and with me feeding this full speed, I never passed 22 RF a tick. It's not bad probably to maybe power some kind of a tree farm or whatever, but for me, in this series, I don't have any practical application for it, at least not yet. And the other generator is right here, the heat collector. Okay, I want to explain to you guys real quick how the heat collector works. The heat collector, let's say this is my heat collector. I put it in the floor, okay? This would be it. You need to have a block of lava here, 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 and there. It needs to have a block of lava on all 4 sides. And then it generates... I don't have the book with me. Not much, guys. 8 RF a tick, something like that. And it even has a chance to use one of the lava blocks. And, of course, let's say it uses this one. Now it doesn't have lava on all 4 sides anymore, and it will stop producing power. So you would have to set up a way to automatically fill these again with lava. I have some ideas that we might look into later on. But I need to find out how power efficient it can be, because there's this lava factory that you can make, where it makes lava out of energy, and it costs 150,000 RF per bucket of lava. So I'm going to have to figure out if something like that is self-sustainable, or when we get to blood magic, where we can make lava very easily, we might use that. There's a lot of other blocks we're still going to look into, like the auto placer, precision dropper, fluid placer, fluid collector, the auto breaker, and also, where is it? Is that it? The vertical digger. That's one we're going to look into very soon. And then lamp controllers and so on. So there's still a few things, especially also some of these toys here. Liquid banding, magnetization, this is growth, and so on. I want to take a look at more stuff, but that's going to have to wait until next episode, guys. Whew, that was hard. In almost one take, doing everything I did earlier between a few takes, but that's okay. I hope I was able to show you guys the phantom faces and so on, both the item and also the liquid one, and also hopefully I did a good job explaining to you guys the laser relays and the item and the advanced item relays. And you guys can see this is awesome. I'm really digging this. And this is so super. I mean, imagine you can extend this over here endlessly. And all you gotta do is add the thing or connect them. You know what I mean? It's so cool. I'm really gonna give a lot of props to LPack. It's an amazing mod so far. Anyways, that is for today. Guys, let me know about the format. And I'm going to put the link to Avant 2 down in the description so you guys can download it from Curse, so you guys can look at all the different mods that are in the pack, and we're going to tackle most of them. I don't know in what order, guys. I'll figure that out when we get to episode 3. Next one, like I said, more actually additions, and then maybe we're going to do a crossover to the next mod or something like that. And I'm rambling. Hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. If you did, hit that like button for me, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.